The historic Sutton Bridge near Middlemarch in Otago is being removed, but its future remains unclear. Engineers today began dragging out the main bridge, which collapsed in the Taieri flood in July. The 140-year-old suspension bridge was nearing the end of a major strengthening process when the second largest flood in the area on record destroyed it. Our Otago Southland reporter Ian Telfer watched the removal today.
It's been 3 months since the Sutton Bridge was smashed up in the Taieri flood. 3 earth-moving machines and a troop of engineers slowly pulled it in half today and dragged one side up a nearby bank. One of those watching was Dunedin City Council Transportation Delivery Manager, Josh Von Pine.
This is an exciting day, yeah, for sure. It's not too often within the DCC network that we have a bridge collapse, so it's something that we've been looking forward to and working with the community to get some conclusions.
A small band of local farm workers came to watch the action, saying they were glad to see the mess being cleaned up at last. But it didn't all go to plan. Having dragged half the bridge out of the Taieri River, the diggers struggled to get it up the bank. The bridge groaned, heavy steel cables snapped. But tempers didn't fray, and after 4 hours they got there. The big question is, why did it collapse this time after having survived so many floods before? Built in 1875, the Sutton Suspension Bridge near Middlemarch was in the process of being restored by the Dunedin City Council when the second largest flood on record hit the Taieri River. It's thought scaffolding on the bridge acted like a dam and brought it down. Mr Von Pine says that's not confirmed because the investigation's not complete.
The consultants we've got looking at it first want to have a look at the bridge out of the water because up until today a lot of the bridge structure's been covered by debris and a metre of water, so we've not been able to have a good look at all the components of it. But after today, the consultant should be able to have a better look at it and start looking at those modes of failure.
The heritage pillars have been removed stone by stone, and they lie in long lines on the site next to the suspension wires and all the other pieces, numbered and ready for storage. The even bigger question is if the bridge will be restored, and at what cost. The Strath Taieri Community Board's been pushing for answers and says the community wants it restored if possible. But Mr Von Pine's not making promises.
Once we get the report back, we'll be able to talk about options, or options will be presented to council, and we'll be able to know a bit more after that. And at that time, we'll also be consulting heavily with the local community boards and obviously with the elected members.
Are you hopeful?
I'm always hopeful, but I really couldn't comment about the chances. No.
The rest of the bridge will be removed tomorrow, and the draft report on why it fell down should be finished in about 3 weeks. In Sutton for Checkpoint, Ian Telfer.